President Paul, the candidates for degrees have arrived and are in their places. All are gathered for the 2023 commencement of Nazareth College of Rochester. Will you please rise and stand for the invocation by Jamie Fazio?
I invite you to use these words to connect with the source where you find inspiration, joy, and hope. Good and gracious God, who we know by many names and experience in many ways, as we gather to recognize the many accomplishments of the class of 2023, we give thanks for all who made this day possible. We are especially grateful for the love and sacrifice of parents and families, the dedication and wisdom of the faculty, the leadership of administration and mentorship by staff, the vision of the trustees and the generosity of many benefactors, the companionship of friends and the guidance of mentors, and for the countless others whose work is represented here in this space and those joining us remotely. And we remember those who could not be with us here today. We are grateful for Nazareth College, for the legacy of social justice and service put forward by our founders, the Sisters of St. Joseph, and for the opportunities for growth and discovery Nazareth has offered its students for the past 99 years. As our graduates begin the next phase of their lives, may this commencement celebration encourage them to continue learning, loving, and serving in a world that desperately needs their gifts, talents, and optimism. We ask this in the name of all that is good and true. Amen. Please be seated.
Good morning. What a beautiful sight. On behalf of the extended Nazareth College community, students, trustees, faculty, staff, the senior leadership team, community partners and neighbors, family and friends, and alumni around the world, it is with deep pride and joy that I welcome you to this 2023 commencement ceremony. I am pleased to be joined today with members of the platform party. Today we have trustees John Drain, chair of the board, Andy Galena, vice chair of the board, Sue Genthner, Betsy Reedman, Justin Stevens, Zeke Duda, and Ann McCaffrey, our distinguished speaker today. We also have members of the President's Cabinet, including Darrell Bell, Frank Williams, Karen Kuppinger, Kristen Green, Wayne Hilson, and Yusuf George. We are pleased to be joined by Dean Tom Lapis, by faculty, our platform marshal, Michael Hewson, Grand Marshal Bill Lamela, and from the Center for Spirituality, Jamie Fazio and Julianne Miller. And last but certainly not least, our student speaker today, Seth Terzo. Welcome to all. So many people have worked with great purpose and dedication to get us to this day. And I start with our faculty and staff. I thank you so deeply on behalf of our graduates and the full Nazareth community for investing so passionately in our learning community. I have seen, especially these last few years, how deeply you have cared about our students. You have guided our graduates in discovering their life's purposes, and you have prepared them for their life's work as change makers. I cannot think of a more beautiful gift to our world. Will you please join me in thanking our faculty and our staff? And family and friends, thank you for believing in the power and passion of your loved ones by supporting their inspired choice of Nazareth College and their pursuit of a purposeful life. We are so grateful for your steadfast love and support of our graduates' courageous learning, stretching, growing, and reaching. Will you all join me, please, students, graduates, faculty, staff, join me in thanking our family and friends. And graduates, we are so thankful for you. Today is a momentous day. For nearly 100 years, Nazareth College has been dedicated to transforming lives and communities near and far through the education of courageous changemakers. Our founders, a group of gutsy women in a time strikingly like our current time, saw that our world needed fresh ideas and new kinds of changemaker leaders to guide the advancement of society for the good of all. Nearly 100 years later, we celebrate tens of thousands of alumni whose life's work has fueled and fuels social innovation, social progress, and social justice in so many vital ways. Today, you join and you are embraced by this inspiring community of changemakers. Every year, Commencement is a day of reminiscing and looking forward. This year, your commencement is deeper and more powerful than ever, given the exceptional intensity of our collective living and learning experience these last few years. We will be learning and making sense of this time like no other for the rest of our lives. I remember so clearly addressing the Nazareth community as a presidential candidate in fall of 2019, a time when many of you were joining the Nazareth community as a new student, or you were preparing to join as a transfer student, or even exploring Nazareth for graduate study. I observed then that society was approaching an inflection point, a time that requires us to think differently and innovate, find new ways to move forward. I also observed that in the face of this inflection point, our founding mission and values are enduring and contemporary strengths that can guide us and help us thrive. I believed then, and I am more than ever convinced now, that Nazareth is the movement our world needs to forge a new path forward that lifts humanity. Little did we all know back in 2019 that within weeks we would be thrust into a once-in-a-century pandemic and years of challenge and change that would rock our core human principles, rights, and goodness, and raise vital questions about how we shall live, work, create, think, communicate, love. Across the globe, people are grappling with living in this revolutionary turning point time, a time when it has become clear that we are not going back to the way things were, and it is not yet clear what we're going to, what we are becoming. And in such a turning point time, we see far too many people feel rudderless and impotent, driven inside themselves, further and further apart from one another, as if all they can do is wait in angst and alone for someone somewhere to do something, for something to emerge. Well, today is a reminder and a celebration that you and I had the presence of mind and heart and the dedication to work for common goodness in our world, to choose Nazareth as the place we would learn and grow, the place we would develop into positive change makers that will do our part in helping reshape our world to be more humane and to thrive. Today is a reminder and a celebration that we are Naz. Try it. We are Naz. Really? Try it again. All right, I'm going to ask for your help again in a few minutes. When the ground is shifting beneath us, we can remember where we have come from, our Nazareth community, and the enduring values we learned and internalized together. We are not rudderless and impotent. We are not self-centered and passive because, thank you, we share a personal and collective responsibility and agency to make the world a better place for all. We are grounded in our Nazareth values that lead us to be contemplative, compassionate, connected, creative, and courageous. We choose to be part of the goodness for all. We are the change we wish to see in our world. We are Naz. As we reflect on and celebrate our time together, we will discover superpowers born from this time in our community, superpowers that we will put to work in bettering our world through our life's work. In the universality of the threat of the coronavirus, we found our interdependence, shared responsibility, and beautiful humanity in caring for one another. In the requirement of separation, we found the power and lifeblood of community. In the absence of the status quo, we innovated and discovered new ways to live, learn, and give. In being pushed to the edges of our patience and coping, we found inner strength. In the extremes of polarization, we recognized the dangers of zero-sum thinking and realized the potential unlocked by honoring each other's dignity. And in the face of profound injustice, we found openings for learning and solidarity and emerged as equity-minded advocates, activists, and leaders for social justice. In challenge after challenge, curveball after curveball, we found that Nazareth College is unstoppable. And that unstoppable spirit is now a part of each and every one of us for life. This community, these values, these superpowers are ours forever because we are Naz. So bring Naz out to our world. Share Naz generously and openly with others. And in the spirit of Naz, create inclusive community and belongingness wherever you go. And as alumni, help next generations find their way to Naz. So now, today, in this moment of celebration, take a deep breath. Feel centered in your community, the place that you are from. Feel secure, because you've got this. And I think now you know why. Why? Because we are Naz. Congratulations, graduates. It is now my honor and pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Anne McCaffrey, Nazareth class of 1989. Anne is exemplary of Nazareth's mission, values, and vision for changemaker education. Through her life's work, she has been a transformational healthcare, nonprofit, and government leader, significantly improving lives and communities throughout Western New York. In her new role as CEO of People, Inc., Western New York's largest nonprofit organization, she is dedicating her life's work to supporting people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to participate and succeed in an accepting society. And we are so honored to have you with us to share wisdom with our graduates as they embark upon their life's work. Welcome, Anne.
Thank you. Chairman Drain, Vice Chairman Galena, President Paul, parents, faculty, staff, and to the graduates of the Nazareth College class of 2023, thank you for having me today. Your commencement is the culmination of years of your hard work, and I congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishment. This is a time of celebration and a time of reflection. 34 years ago this week, I graduated from Nazareth with a degree in my hand and hope that I could do some good in this world. I feel as blessed today as I did then, that I had the incredible opportunity to attend and graduate from Nazareth. I believe that the instruction I received in academics and community service has had a profound impact on my life and allowed me to serve others. I hope it has the same for you. I think one of the most important attributes in life is to be a lifelong learner. You've already proven it's important to you as well. I would encourage you not to stop here. You've put a lot of time and money and effort into your chosen field, and I hope you have a fulfilling career ahead of you. In addition to your chosen profession, keep reading, keep learning, keep growing. Stay connected to the arts, music, sports, literature. You will continue to find more meaning and more joy in your life. The themes that I want to share today are influence, setbacks, and service. Beginning with influence. We all have the power to influence one another, and I hope that as you advance in your careers, you consider the impact that you have on those around you, and allow yourself to be influenced by those you respect. I recall one especially memorable discussion I had when I was a student at Nazareth. A senior who had returned from a year abroad was telling me about his experience in France. At the time, I was debating whether or not I should spend a semester abroad in France or not. I was really leaning towards staying at Nazareth. My friends and I were having the times of our lives, and we couldn't imagine missing out on one semester on campus. This acquaintance emphasized the life-changing experience of time abroad. The language, the culture, the food, the art, the history. In the course of one conversation, he completely persuaded me to go for it. To this day, I believe that the semester I spent in France changed my life. I grew in humility and confidence. I learned appreciation for other cultures and languages. It opened my eyes to the larger world and gave me a new perspective, as well as a lifelong respect for all people. I share this with you as a reminder that we never know the impact of one conversation, one word of inspiration, one message of hope, one dream shared, and the real tangible impact it can have on someone around you. You don't need to be in a position of authority. You don't have to have an official title. We can all use our voices to lift up one another. Your enthusiasm, your encouragement, your passion can be the catalyst to help those around you find more meaning in their lives. In the course of doing so, you may never know the impact you have on someone else's life. I never got the chance to thank this friend for his encouragement as he passed away in his early 20s, but I will always remember his enthusiasm and the positive influence it had on me, even 35 years later. As you go out and pursue your professional path, I hope that you find rewarding work and success in your field. I also hope that when you face a setback or a disappointment, and you will, we all do, that you persevere and allow that to be a springboard to higher achievement. There's a quote by Confucius that states, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." In 2010, after working for almost 20 years in behavioral health in Buffalo, I decided to reevaluate my next career move. I'd always been interested in local government and wanted to put my skills to use in my hometown. I was monitoring opportunities and saw an opening for an economic development director position. I thought this was the job for me. I thought that I had the right experience in grants, development, and housing, so I prepared and submitted my application. I was convinced I had it all figured out. This would be the perfect job for me. Needless to say, I was so disappointed when I didn't even get an interview. I was beside myself. How could I not even get an interview? I'll admit I'm still a little bit annoyed about it. Shortly after I thought that was it, I lost the opportunity. After I got over feeling sorry for myself, I regrouped to see if there was another opportunity to get involved in city government. A few months later, I decided to run for the city council. I won the election, and 2 years later, I was mayor of my city. And the director of economic development ended up reporting to me. Life setbacks and disappointments will happen, I assure you. The key is to not give up or lose hope, but to persevere and forge a new path forward. If I had gotten that interview or the job, I would never have run for office and had the honor to lead my city and have a much greater impact. Sometimes life will take you in a direction you did not plan and cannot picture, but you'll never know where it will lead if you let a short-term setback hold you back. Rise up and find your glory. As you venture into your chosen career, whether you're educating students, treating patients, teaching English to speakers of other languages, providing arts or music, performing, or advancing in business, in every one of your chosen professions, there are people who will rely on you. Students, patients, clients, children, people with disabilities, patrons, employees, customers. The most important thing to remember are the people you serve. Yes, you will get distracted with budgets, office politics, new trends. But if you always keep focused on what is best for those you serve, you will have found true success in a career you can be proud of. Lastly, a bit of reflection on Nazareth. 99 years ago, 5 Sisters of St. Joseph embarked on a bold initiative to open Nazareth College, a liberal arts college for women. Think of it. The year was 1924. Women had only had the right to vote for a few years, The president was Woodrow Wilson, and the country had no idea that a Great Depression was imminent. Yet these 5 sisters persevered, and all of us gathered here today have benefited. I often think of the statement that to those whom much is given, much is expected. You have all been given an incredible gift, a gift of a Nazareth education. Take this gift and serve the world in your own unique and individual way. Use your influence, persevere through setbacks, make your focus service to others, and you will have used your gift well. To the class of 2023, enjoy this moment. You've earned it. Congratulations and best wishes. I know I'll be hearing great things about you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anne. It is now my honor to introduce our undergraduate speaker, Seth Terzo. Seth hails from Fairport, New York, and is earning a BS in biomedical sciences. Seth's peers look up to him as a leader on his athletic teams, in the classroom, and on campus. He is a dual sport athlete in volleyball and golf. And Seth is a member of Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, involved in the pre-health club, and serves as a student tutor. He's also respected in the area golf community through his work at Irondequoit Country Club and Oak Hill Country Club. It is my pleasure to introduce Seth Terzo.
It's good to see you guys all so bright and early. President Paul, thank you for the kind introduction. Welcome to all family, friends, faculty, and staff. Most importantly, welcome to the 2023 graduating class. Congratulations to all. We made it. I'm extremely happy to share this memorable day with everyone and blessed to be able to speak this morning. Graduation is a day to reflect on the last 4 years of our lives, including the experiences we had, lessons we learned, and new faces we encountered. Today allows us to live in and think about the past before entering a new crazy time in all of our lives, which may be exciting for some and then very, very scary for others. In discussing our unique time at NAS and the impact it made on each of us, I invite you all to think about what you would write in a thank you letter to your past self. To begin the letter and start at the beginning, thank yourself for deciding to pursue a college education, applying, being accepted, and ultimately making the decision to attend NAS. In your 4 years here, think about all the experiences you had: athletic events, study groups, job fairs, even hanging out in the cab. These positive, fun things you may have done created lasting friendships, allowed you to excel in the classroom, and taught you how to find success in your new world. Thank yourself for accepting the challenges and hard decisions you faced, in addition to the lessons you learned as a result. For the times where we had to adapt through the COVID-19 pandemic, Zoom University, and being sent home from our brand new college friends we met freshman year. These tougher aspects of our college life have allowed us to grow and will help us frame our futures. Lastly, thank yourself for being here today to allow for your family, friends, loved ones, professors, and the NAS community to see you walk across the stage. To step away from ourselves and what we have done to be here, I want each of you to think about the individuals who you want to thank for your support during your college experience. Mom, Dad, Trey, I love you. And to all my family, or to all my friends, and all the people who've helped me along the way, thank you. Next, on behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank and state our appreciation for the faculty and staff of Nazareth College, for everything that they have provided and taught us. The main thing I've learned about NAS is in regards to how each person treats one another with respect and selflessness. Think about how these interactions have greatly impacted you on a day-to-day basis and helped you succeed. NAS values our wants as students, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, the institution allowed us to do the things we loved: living in the dorms, playing sports, and participating in extracurricular activities. Making the college experience during this time feels somewhat normal. The NAS community and the values that each of us share makes this small liberal arts college in upstate New York a special place with a tremendous atmosphere surrounding it. Transitioning back to this letter you may or may not still be thinking about, I hope we all could remember a thing or two or person or two who have impacted our experience in this lifelong journey. In ending this letter, I encourage you to think about signing your name. At this point in our lives, our names are associated with our hometowns, family, and the reason that we are all here today, Nazareth College. Reflect and think about what you want your purpose to be in this world, what success means to you, and what you want your name to be associated with in the future. Soon we will all have new life experiences, and our names will be aligned with new organizations and new individuals who we call our close family and friends. Remember the life lessons you have learned and the Nazareth mentality and the ways in which you interact with others. Continue to incorporate these aspects in your everyday life to develop who you are, along with making a good name for yourself. Graduates, enjoy this gift of the present as you walk across the stage. I wish you the best of luck, and I'm excited for all of our futures. Thank you.
Seth, that was outstanding. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing those inspiring words. It's time. We are now ready for the formal conveying of degrees.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise?
Right, yep.
President Paul, on recommendation of the faculty of the college, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science, certifying that they have fulfilled all the requirements for the degree and recommend that the degrees be conferred upon them.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the trustees of Nazareth College and the regents of the state of New York, I confer upon these candidates the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining.
Aisha Ise Abukar.
Alexis Lee Abel.
Alexis Adele Agnatas, for somebody with Tom Lapis, it's terrible.
Anagnosopoulos.
Thank you.
All right. Nate Allen.
Emma Josephine Arnold.
Kathleen Elizabeth Anspach, magna cum laude.
Mackenzie Gloria Badgley.
Jade Mariah Avery.
Ian Robert Bankus.
Reed Nicole Baker, cum laude.
Elena Dacha Baugh.
Justina Barlak.
Richard M. Badowski.
Stephen Joseph Beck, Jr.
Sierra Rose Bellardino.
Logan Elizabeth Bierman.
Makita Yatun Bell.
Shanae Ebony Bell.
Colin Miles Bennett.
Haley Bennett, magna cum laude.
Marisa Ann Berghorn, magna cum laude.
Julia Burgett.
Gregory Sean Joseph Billick.
Aaliyah Nicole Beverly.
Isaiah P. Bishop.
Vanessa Bird.
James Gibson Bourgeois.
Logan Thomas Blankenberg.
Joseph Kalen Brophy.
Nathan Forrest Bowers, cum laude.
Jenna M. Bugby, summa cum laude.
Jillian Brown, cum laude.
Elizabeth Rose Bish, cum laude.
Sabrina Bowie. Congrats.
Reed L. Burton.
Thomas Michael Burkhardt, cum laude.
Cambry Rochelle Calkins, magna cum laude.
Kristen A. Butts, cum laude.
Peter William Campbell.
Olivia Grace Callery, cum laude.
Nicholas Paul Cardone.
Nicholas Daniel Chiron, cum laude.
Annabelle Nicole Carney, summa cum laude.
Logan Michael Warner.
Jake Monalco Cavalier, summa cum laude.
Rihanna Sarah Kaplan.
Layla Selleck.
Carolyn Marie Karlek, magna cum laude.
Natalie Rose Cotting, cum laude.
Alyssa Lynn Coghill, cum laude.
Carly A. Enderlin.
Trent Thomas Cavanis, cum laude.
Nora Ann Conlin.
Molly Kathleen Channels.
Rachel Elizabeth Cook, summa cum laude.
Jenna Colburn.
Haley Nicole Corey, cum laude.
Lindsay Suzanne Condem.
Kaylee Nicole Cornwell.
Kylie Cook, summa cum laude.
Skylar Chrysler, magna cum laude.
Emily Jane Cooper.
Megan Rose Sycon, cum laude.
Morgan Cornell.
William Patrick Subital.
Michael Anthony Countryman, summa cum laude.
Byron Bagwan.
Carolyn Anna Catherine Shant, cum laude.
Amber Ann Dangelmeyer, summa cum laude.
Daniel Mariusz Shigan.
Gabriella Lee DeMaio.
Emily Deshu, cum laude.
Nathaniel Dorado.
Grace Elizabeth Decker.
Sophia Anna DiCarlo.
Carolyn Yvonne Desatel.
Connor R. Doherty.
Brooke Noel Damaris, summa cum laude.
Julia Marie Dowling, cum laude.
Madison Dauberton.
Chase Bruce Dunn.
Sarah Dorsey, magna cum laude.
Matthew Eckelmeyer.
Matthew Michael Droney, magna cum laude.
Laura Ann Ferris, cum laude.
Holly Ebert.
Logan Paul Finger.
Michaela Grace Foss.
Maria Jean Foisey.
Erica Fetzi.
Megan Renee Forney, Honors Program, summa cum laude.
Emma Grace Fisk, magna cum laude.
Allison Julia Fujiyoshi, cum laude.
Alexandra Foley, cum laude.
Andrew Jonathan Gengler, cum laude.
Eleanor Foster, cum laude.
Gavin H. Giardin.
Fiona Gaynor, magna cum laude.
Anya Granat, cum laude.
Alyssa Gibbs, magna cum laude.
Jessica Ruth Grancelli, cum laude.
Kyra Abiyomi Graham.
Isabel Devon Gray, cum laude.
Amelia Granat.
Annalise Greider, magna cum laude.
Genevieve Rose Gray.
Paige Renee Groovy, summa cum laude.
Kyra Janae Green, cum laude.
Carly Elizabeth Haas, summa cum laude.
Taylor Griffin, cum laude.
Jordan M. Haggard.
Andrea Gutierrez, cum laude.
Samantha Marie Hall.
Erina Marie Haddock, summa cum laude.
Rachel Ann Hantz, summa cum laude.
Brooke Alexis Hailston, cum laude.
Cassidy Rose Handville, cum laude.
Rachel Holler, summa cum laude.
Madison Cecile Thomas Harriman, cum laude.
Faith Hanlon, magna cum laude.
Reagan Delaney Henrici, magna cum laude.
Colin Jonathan Harrington.
Jamie Louise Hogenkamp, summa cum laude.
Mackenzie Ann Helling.
Olivia Grace Hollenbeck.
Michaela Lee Heslin, cum laude.
Jordan S. Huddleston, magna cum laude.
Kimberly Holder Callender, summa cum laude.
Michaela Rose Hughes.
Michael Adam Houlihan, magna cum laude.
Mackenzie Jackson, cum laude.
Morgan Catherine Hughes, summa cum laude.
Aiden Caracas, cum laude.
Mackenzie Hyde, cum laude.
Caroline Barbara Keegan, cum laude.
Matthew Kay.
Grace Elizabeth Kelleher, magna cum laude.
Kaylin Louise Keenan, cum laude.
Catherine King, magna cum laude.
Connor Patrick Kelly.
Tara Ann Kerwin.
Marissa N. King, cum laude.
Madison Louise Knowles, magna cum laude.
Madeline Klein, summa cum laude.
Joshua Robert Kowalski.
Matthew P. Kowaleski, cum laude.
Michael Joseph Krasinski.
Hollis M. Croft.
Owen Laffey.
Hannah Elizabeth Cooch, cum laude.
Gabrielle Hannah Larson, summa cum laude.
Kyle John Larned, summa cum laude.
Tinglong Yu.
Colleen Marie Lahane, cum laude.
Erin Marie Lonergan, cum laude.
Brady Nicole Logan, summa cum laude.
Carolyn Lupia, cum laude. Caitlin Lupia.
Emma Catherine Lounsbury, magna cum laude.
Brett Machado.
Ava Tekla Lyko, summa cum laude.
Aaron M. Manili.
Maya Mahan.
Chabeli Martinez, cum laude.
Quincy Marcel, magna cum laude.
Connor J. McCausland.
Danielle Nicole McCallops, magna cum laude.
Kendall Madison McGill, magna cum laude.
Megan Lee McCraith.
Rachel McNamara, cum laude.
Braden McKercher.
Sarah Nicole Merriweather, cum laude.
Darby H. McNamara.
Madeline Messett, cum laude.
Julia Noel Merzig, summa cum laude.
Juliana Michelli, cum laude.
Catherine Metzler, cum laude.
Isabella Rose Millman.
Camille Naomi Miller.
Megan Morin, magna cum laude.
Danielle Marie Milton, cum laude.
Sydney Ann Moss.
Gina Moradi, honors program, cum laude.
Sabria K. Mustafa.
Juliana Murphy, magna cum laude.
Sarah Autumn Now.
Elena Muscato.
Sarah Norman, magna cum laude.
Julia Lee Napolitano.
Isabel Janice Orologio.
Jenna Lee Newfer, magna cum laude.
Victoria Otto.
Athena Elizabeth Norton, summa cum laude.
Victoria A. Perello, cum laude.
Maggie Evelyn O'Connor.
Jenna Lee Phillips, summa cum laude.
Naila O'Mealy.
Michaela Pfeiffer.
Kiara Osborne, magna cum laude.
Max Joseph Popolizio.
Colby Perkins, magna cum laude.
Lauren Quatella.
Angelina Rose Perry, magna cum laude.
Giselle Marie Rainville, cum laude.
Carson Pickerel, cum laude.
Jessica Marie Ribello, magna cum laude.
Clifford J. Pollard.
Jenica L. Renke.
Teresa Rose Porter, summa cum laude.
Kyle Avery Richardson.
Olivia Quattrocheki, summa cum laude.
Allison May Roach, magna cum laude.
Austin Ralph Cherries.
Gage Thomas Roberts.
Dylan C. Ray.
Sarah Elizabeth Rausch, summa cum laude.
Shayna Rapp, summa cum laude.
Anne Elizabeth Rubel, cum laude.
Sam Michael Reisinger, magna cum laude.
Abigail Mackenzie Rushford.
Sean Michael Reynolds, cum laude.
Zachary Alexander Sales, cum laude.
Claire Morgan Ryder.
Julia Scout Schwendy, cum laude.
Mackenzie Mary Robbins, cum laude.
Hannah Marguerite Sertle, magna cum laude.
Mandy Elizabeth Rogers.
Nikesh Sharma.
Jennifer Rausch, summa cum laude.
Morgan Anna Shaw, cum laude.
Gabriela Ruiz, magna cum laude.
Jenna Renee Sherry, summa cum laude.
Juliana Ruth, cum laude.
Morgan A. Sybil.
Abigail Santos.
Leah Kelly Simon, honors program, summa cum laude.
Bailey Selman.
Rebecca Skelly.
Hannah Carolyn Shales, summa cum laude.
Kennedy Skuse, summa cum laude.
China Sharp.
Carly Smith.
George Shen, magna cum laude.
Allison Smith.
Ryan Elizabeth Schultz, cum laude.
Xavier Rivera.
Shaddai Amor Simmons.
Matthew John Stanek, summa cum laude.
Yakub Simsek, cum laude.
Emma Shaughnessy States, cum laude.
Olivia Skrotsky, magna cum laude.
Sarah M. Strip.
Ashlyn N. Slate.
Mackenzie Deanna Sweet, magna cum laude.
Hannah Lee Smith.
Elizabeth Shannon Tran.
Danielle Elizabeth Snyder, summa cum laude.
Elise M. Van Auken, cum laude.
Zachary Charles Stengline.
Dominic Vito, magna cum laude.
Alyssa Brooke Sumeriski.
Emily Rose Wally.
Emily J. Thompson, magna cum laude.
Allison Lynn Watros, summa cum laude.
Caitlin May Upchurch.
Emily M. Weaver.
Evan F. Van Duzen, cum laude.
Skylar Isabel Whipple, cum laude.
Andrew James Vogler, magna cum laude.
Paul Robert Williams, cum laude.
Grace Janine Wazaleski.
Zoe Elizabeth Wissick, cum laude.
Nicole Elizabeth Watts. Seth Terzo, summa cum laude. Madison Wells, summa cum laude. Grace Catherine Whiteneck, summa cum laude. Brianna Lee Wind. Rosemary Elizabeth Yellow.
Graduates, we are so proud of you and your many accomplishments. We are excited to see you embrace your life's work as a Nazareth changemaker. And remember, the Nazareth community is yours for life. We wish you congratulations, all best wishes, and now you may move your tassel from the right to the left.
Would you please rise for the benediction to be given by Julianne Miller?
This is a moment of change, a moment of limitless possibility, the path before you unmapped and unpredictable, seen only in your mind's eye, known only to the rhythm of your heart. Your future not a blank slate or an empty canvas, but a song yet to be written, composed in the echo of the music that came before. This is a moment of change, an end, a beginning, a moment to mark on a journey of growth and self-discovery that has taken twists and turns, but has nevertheless brought you to this place together. This is a moment of change, a time to gather the moments and memories and meaning that carried you this far and hold them close to your heart, pack them for safekeeping in your soul. This is a moment of change, a moment to bask in the glow of knowledge gained and inspiration sparked, to celebrate questions explored, ideas discovered, communities nurtured, lives enriched. A moment to commemorate this milestone on your path of becoming who you are meant to be. To plant seeds of nourishment and inspiration for those whose journey will follow yours. This is a moment of change, a moment to be grateful for the blessings you have been given, the blessings you have sought and struggled for, the blessings you have stumbled upon, the blessing you have been to this place, to those whose lives you have touched, to those whose stories are bound up with your own, the blessings that we offer you today. May you go from strength to strength. May your eyes shine with the light of your learning, May your soul be lit by the fires of creativity and inspiration. May you carry with you the warm embrace of love and friendship and community. And may you bless all of us with the new world you are destined to create.